2.
Frank Smith.
And your winners, the Pitboss, Ken Napzok, and Rachel the Crusher Cushing, the Nerds Watch.
People disregard my film knowledge because I haven't seen one in a theater in 6 years. But I know my stuff. I regularly compete in pub trivia, and sometimes I'm asked to leave because I know too much about the 90s. But we are here for you, Patriots. I've been watching on the sidelines for a very long time. You are good. You are two intelligent, smart movie fans. JTE, you spent a lot of time on a bus listening to movie podcasts. Of course you know stuff. In your hearts, you are hearing footsteps. You are braggarts. You are bodacious. You are ostentatious. You are cocky. And in your heart, you hear the footsteps of the Nerds Watch. Because I've been watching you from afar, and you do not bring a class to your victories. You bring the knowledge. But we are here to teach you a life lesson. We are your vengeance coming to you.
Say a little something about the Pitboss. His little team. I still can't remember his teammate's name. I think it's Rachel. Rachel, yeah, whatever her name is. She likes Lord of the Rings, is all I know. Guess what? Saying Lord of the Rings.
And
I can't stand by after watching Rachel carry this team all the way up to almost a title shot, and then for you to just keep talking like you're good at this game.
Congratulations, you are talented, but we're not done here. And I still...
No, you're done. That's what happens when you lose.
Oh, no. This is what I'm talking about, Ms. Hancock. This is what I'm talking about.
I mean, the attitude's been working pretty well for us so far.
Well, listen, Ken, let's
when Jeff's
let's
next
let's
to him.
lose
Come on
Rachel
now.
for a little while.
No,
let's have
I'm
a
here. I'm
one-on-one
part of the
match
team.
so I can show everybody how much Rachel's carrying this team. I'm sick of you talking and riding her coattails. I want to fight you. I've always been better at movie trivia with you. It's the one thing I can hold over you. You may have a car, but I have the movie trivia.
You're challenging me one-on-one. Did you see the first round, my friend? Did you see the first round? Let's accept this right now. And you're going to see a new side of me, JT. You're going to see a new side. I've been quietly on the sidelines watching you. I've been in the shadows watching the doubt grow in your brain. And if I have to take you on one-on-one just to have you know that when you sit up there, it is Snyder that is carrying you, I will do it. I accept it. Mark it down.
Yes,
Tell your
thank you.
bosses, I accept this challenge right now. I accept this one-on-one with you, JT.
Thank God. Tell you what, after I beat you and you have to retire from Schmoedown, I'll hire you as my personal driver just to keep you something to do. I don't want you to be too sad.
Your ego could not fit in my Camry, sir.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Christian Harloff.
I am Mark Ellis, and in this matchup, Schmo's history is afoot, and movie trivia futures are on the line. One man who will show up at any time there's movie trivia versus another man who usually does not want to get out of bed in the morning.
You've got one of the most beloved characters in the Schmoes universe against right now one of the most hated. I mean, you look at back in the day, that wasn't the case. You would have had two beloved characters, but JTE has just gone through a transformation over the last year or so. But the transformation's worked.
A lot of booze, though.
A lot of booze, but I'll tell you what, he is the champ. He's the team champion. He's been team champion for a very long time, since last year, and it's gone to his head, but it's worked for him. But him and Ken, they've been on this collision course for a very long time.
Yeah, Ken reminds me of somebody who I hope is not an answer to a trivia question later in this match. Kirsten Dunst from Interview with the Vampire. Once she tastes the blood, she's like, I want some more. Right. Ken Napzok has tasted competition, whether it's by himself or with his good friend Rachel Cushing as a part of Nerds Watch, and he wants some more, and right now he's going to get a piece of JTE.
Well, it's funny you say that because Ken is 1-1. His first match, or the match that we ever had in 2014 tournament, was him against Katie Sackhoff.
That was like 30 years ago.
No, he beat Katie Sackhoff. He was 1-0 then he went toe-to-toe with Josh McCouga and almost beat Josh McCouga.
That's right.
But McCouga pulled it out and beat him, and that's the last time we've seen Ken in singles. Since then, Ken has, like you said, made a name for himself.
He's been single ever since.
He is the reigning Star Wars champion, hence being single ever since. But he is the reigning Star Wars champion. He knows a lot of stuff. The question is, does he know more movie trivia than Little Evil?
You know, I think you and I can agree up here objectively, because we love both of these individuals, though we may not want to get near him in a bar, is that Ken might have more gaps in his knowledge than JTE does, but it's all predicated on the spin of that round 2 wheel. Ken gets the right category, JT gets the wrong category. We could be in for some fireworks in round 3.
Well, when you talk about history, you've got these. There was a very, very complicated history between Ken and JTE.
A lot of lies.
A lot of stuff, and we're going to find out a little bit about that right now.
You know, it's really sad that's come to this, that I have to play somebody below my skill level to just make it to a tournament.
I don't have my partner Rachel Cushing today. Michelle Boyd is out. I am a man alone. Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh.
This is Joe Ruggiero. This is a man with a very deep past connected to Schmoes Know, and my opponent today, JTE, or should I call you JTI, Josh the intern.
I'm gonna start calling him Uncle Ken, because every time I see him, he just rips out the same old joke, like some uncle does at a barbecue. Hey, Uncle Ken, JT, did you take the bus here? You sleep with that belt today? Oh yeah, you gotta buy a car. It's all the same shit. I just 8-miled you, Ken. I probably know everything you said in your little pre-interview.
Joe, you were there at the beginning with JTE. Tell me about it.
JT, JTI. Sorry. What the hell happened, buddy? I remember you. You're just a little intern. It was you and me. We were on the ground floor. We made silly little countdown videos in your sad apartment, and it was fun. You've always been a bit of a douche. I'll give you that. But now you're a hateable douche. What the hell, man?
This guy has the gall to come at me and the Patriots, the champions. I mean, the greatest team in Schmoedown history. He came on this little crusade. He's talking like he's some guy from the Civil War era. We shall take down the Patriots on the right of the honor. Blah, blah, blah. What happened? You lost. You had your Gettysburg. You got destroyed and massacred.
This is to remind you about what you used to be, Josh. What you used to be before the lights got in your eyes. You left this. He left you behind.
Left me in the dust. I've been sleeping on his couch for 4 years. Nothing. No one know where I went.
That's a fact, too.
It's really sad.
This is what you have become, JT, a man who forgets where you came from. And today, I'm going to remind you where you are going.
Ken, how desperate have you become? You brought shoesy pants. You lost before you even entered the ring. It's quite sad. Not as sad as how bad I'm going to beat you, but it's pretty damn close.
Well, how about that? Ken bringing in Joe Ruggiero, who was a former intern on the Schmoes Know Show and a former rival of JTE. I'm sure that's trying to get into the psyche of JTE. But JTE shooting back, saying that Ken just has the same old jokes, talking about how he's Ecuadorian, or he rides the bus, or he sleeps with the belt. JT's not fazed by it, calling him Uncle Ken.
It is amazing how Ken, the guy who granted JTE his job as an intern back before he was JTI on the show, he told a lot of lies in that job interview to get the gig, and now he's at a point here in 2017 where he's talking a lot of smack back to Ken. Who shot JR? The JR we're talking about is not from Dallas. It's Joe Ruggiero, and the answer is JTE.
We're going to talk about the tail of the tape. There you go with Ken Napzok, Star Wars movies. 2000s movies, romantic comedies, and bus jokes and belt jokes. And then you've got A Little Evil, JTE, 80s movies, Sly and Arnie, and the same backward hat never being washed since 1983.
You know, Christian, those strings don't exactly read like a Match.com dream profile, but they certainly work out well for these two competitors today. How's their throat feeling?
It's pretty good, man. Ultimate Schmoedown qualifying match.
Oh, boy.
This is going to be big for JTE. Makuga knocked him out of didn't even let him get into the tournament last year. He's looking for revenge on a fellow Schmo, and we're going to find out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first.
I know who this is.
Representing the Nerds Watch with a record of 1 win, 1 defeat. He is the reigning Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion, the Pitboss, Ken Napzok. Where is he? There's Rachel. There's
Cushing.
Joe.
And Joe
There's Joe Rugerello holding the belt. I like
He
that.
is holding
It's part of the
Ken's
Nerds Watch
Star
now, I
Wars
guess.
belt. Rachel Cushing.
And there he is. There's Ken.
Napzok.
Where is it? And there it is. There's that pose I've really learned to love Ken. Now coming out with the sword, he's there with his Nerds Watch.
Great sword
teammate.
play.
Yeah, he's got his teammate with him. He's got Joe Rugerello, and he's got the belt. Look, they're all together.
The swordsmanship displayed by Ken we have not seen since the age of Darth Maul.
We haven't seen Ken compete in singles in about 3 years.
That's right. Now, Star Wars took place in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Very near right now is Ken's opponent, who may be the Kylo Ren to his Han Solo.
And his opponent, representing, there they are, the Lion's Den,
Doesn't take him long to boot.
with a record of 4 wins.
Listen to the hatred.
6 defeats. He is the 2015 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist and the reigning Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Champion, Little Evil.
Snyder walking about. And Drago behind Grace leading the party.
No Tom Dagnino, but this one I punished Dagnino. I told Dagnino he was not allowed to walk JTE out from that despicable action he did against Emma Fight.
Merely allowed to polish the belts and nothing else. And you look at these two guys, it looks like they're both here to compete. Does Snyder know he is not actually answering movie trivia questions for points?
I don't think they have a big match coming up against Rotten
Game
Tomatoes.
face.
But here you go. You got JTE and Ken. This is an Ultimate Schmoedown qualifying match. JTE accepted, will put the challenge out to Ken, and Ken accepted it at the Collider Collision. JTE, you got any words here before we go?
Now I'm ready to be Uncle Ken here. Let's go ahead and do this.
All right, Ken, you got any words?
I'm here to compete, but more importantly, I'm here to save your soul, JT. I remember that day you lied to me to get a job. I should have known then you'd choose a dark path, but I'm here to bring you back to the light.
Well, look where it got me, champion.
All
So
right.
let's go ahead.
What does it cost? What does it cost? Your soul?
My Uber ride here.
What? This blood is boiling. This is Jaws the Revenge level vitriol between a shark and a Brody.
JTE does not look phased playing Ken here. Okay, here we go. So the rules, Mark, how do they work in number 1?
In round 1, you will hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. Once you hear the question, simply write down the answer. And once we ask you to reveal your answer, please show it to the crowd and the camera, as well as verbalizing it at the same time. Keep in mind, we do have challenges available, and there is the JTE rule in effect, which is you can ask to have a question repeated if you did not hear it or need to stall before your infinite demise.
And you have 15 seconds to answer the question. All right, JTE, are you ready?
Let's go.
Ken, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Now let's get ready to Schmoedown! There we go. All right.
Category numero uno is romantic comedies. Rom-coms. JT grossed out. Your question is, who starred opposite Hugh Jackman in 2001's Kate and Leopold?
Good old
God, Josh, I have a great story about this movie. It's too long to tell now.
5.
Involves John
4,
Roebling.
3.
Oh, they're done writing.
2, 1. Pens down. JTE.
Kate Beckinsale?
Incorrect. Ken.
Meg Ryan.
Ken Napzok taking the lead here. 1-0. 1-0 on Little Evil.
Christian, I hate to quote JT's favorite movie, but Ken has cut the Russian.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
That
Category
is Ken's strong
of
category.
movie quotes. Finish the movie quote. You know, I have one simple request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' attached to their heads.
You say blank there, so the competitors know.
They
where
knew,
to.
though. They knew it.
You didn't even pause.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ken.
Laser beams.
Correct. Little Evil.
Laser beam.
There you go. All right. So 2-1.
You got Beckinsale on the first question. Nice rebound there. Your next category is the world of comedy movies. Comedy movies. What title was the sequel of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
I didn't hear the first part.
Would
of
you
that
like to
question.
use your own rule?
It was a crowd noise.
There was some crowd noise.
Yeah, there's a
All right,
crowd
give it
noise.
to me.
All right. What title was the sequel of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective?
I think I asked you this before. You ever been a pet detective?
No, but I do
You ever
enjoy.
look for your dog like in the middle of the...
No, thank God.
You never got lost?
No, thank goodness.
5, 4.
I lost Taz a number of times, but I never
3.
told you about it.
Thank you. 2, 1. Pens down. JTE.
Call to nature?
No. Ken. Ken.
I put the Oscar winner, Ace Ventura, Out of Africa.
It's nature calls, isn't
You
it?
know,
nature's
Christian, I
calls.
don't like to shit on competitors often. How do you both miss this? When nature calls.
when nature calls.
It's like you gotta pee. It's a joke.
I was pretty damn close.
Here we go. Next category. In
All
the
to nature.
category of animated movies. In what year was the first Shrek film released? In what year was that good old Shreky film? When was that thing?
It was a hell of an effort by you. You got nothing to be ashamed of.
Just gave up in the middle of it.
You know what the name of the second Shrek movie was?
Green.
Call to Nature.
Oh, that's good. 5,
Call to Nature, starring a phone and a lion.
4, 3,
No idea.
2, 1. Ken Napzok.
2002.
It's incorrect. Little Evil.
1998?
Wow, looking for 2001.
That was a toughie.
Damn.
That was a toughie.
All right, here we go. Next one.
That's
Question.
All right, your next
you really?
question. In the world of dramas, in Saturday Night Fever, which New York borough does disco-loving Tony Manero call home? Which New York borough?
Yeah.
There are 13 New
27.
York boroughs, I
Oh.
believe. Oh, you topped me.
5,
Damn it.
4, 3, 2, 1. I'm very interested to hear your answer, JTE.
Queens?
No. Ken.
I'm more familiar with the Sylvester Stallone directed sequel Staying
Staying
Alive,
Alive.
but I'm going to say Brooklyn.
That's correct.
Wow.
Taking a 2-point lead on the eve.
JT trying to gain favor with one
Yeah.
of the judges.
All right, here we
that's
go.
tough.
Next category, Oscar films. Oscars. Who won an Academy Award for their role in A Fish Called Wanda?
I wish they advertised the movie like that. Sounds like a
Called
horror movie.
Wanda.
No, it sounds like a horror movie.
A Fish Called Wanda.
In a fish called in the belly of a fish called Wanda.
Horn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kenneth.
Kevin Kline.
Correct. JTE.
Kevin Kline.
There you go. All right. He duped us. He duped us. Made it look like he missed it.
Yeah, JT is going to get the point. Didn't exactly nail the spelling of Kevin
Right,
Kline,
right.
but close enough. Kevin Kline in 80s movies.
Kenneth Lanigan.
These are movies
bring that
that
up.
came out in the 1980s.
80s.
Your question is this. Which movie spans the globe from Queens, New York to the fictional nation of Zamunda?
Oh, good old Zamunda.
You're from Queens.
Yeah,
You're from
I love-
Bayside in Queens. Bayside, you went to high school with such characters as Zach and
Morris.
Screech.
See, I see.
If you could not finish
sorry.
my Saved by the Bell
Sorry.
jokes.
5, 4,
AC Slater,
3,
Jesse Spano,
2, 1.
Lisa Turtle.
Pens down.
And Kapowski.
JTE.
Coming to America?
Correct. Ken.
Coming to America.
There you go. Ken keeps the 2-point lead.
All right.
right,
And
here we go.
nothing is going to stop Ken from having a lead going into round 2 here.
Sure, Ken's got a 2-point lead over
Mm-hmm.
the team champion, JTE. All right, category of action adventure.
Oh, smart.
Who plays the title character in the 1999 film The 13th Warrior?
You know, fun fact?
What?
I was the 81st Warrior.
Why you like that joke
Because
so
it's
much?
funny. Come on.
5,
It's
4,
funny.
I know you know
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ken.
I can't remember, so Tom Cruise is always a good guess.
That's
this.
incorrect.
Oh, Antonio Banderas.
That's correct. Little Evil picking up a point there. 5-4. What a round.
that movie.
Great first round here. 5-4 as we move into round 2. Mark, how's round 2 work?
I've never seen somebody losing after round 1 be more cocky. Round 2 works like this. Each competitor is going to spin that wheel up there. That wheel will have categories that correspond to 4 questions each up here. Once you settle on a category, your 4 questions are each worth 2 points. However, if you're not sure of the answer, you can check the multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1 point. There is stealing available in round 2. There is no penalty for missing a question. Ken Napzok, you are in the lead. You may have a spin at the wheel. Remember, you are allowed a mulligan if you do not like the first category you spin. Sorry, Star Wars is not on there.
I'm gonna take the kick, spin, and see what happens.
Come on, Pixar.
Here he goes.
Come on, Pixar.
Ken keeping the show rolling. You got to think Ken might be
Get
looking
past
for that
that Pixar.
romantic comedy category. Is he
New
going to get it?
releases. New releases.
New releases is tough.
I'm going to spin again.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's going to spin again. He does not see a lot of
Interesting.
talking pictures.
No,
as
but
he
he's
would
on
say.
Movie Talk, so that was interesting that he went away from that.
Right. He does not have show notes in front of him. Completely different ball game when you're under the white hot spotlight.
Right back to
of-
new releases. Right back to new releases.
All right,
And-
new releases. He works for
That's right.
Collider, everybody. This ain't a bad thing.
All right, Ken Napzok, you spun new releases.
He doesn't see a lot of talking pictures. He didn't want it, but I'll be damned he got it.
In
So
the
Ken,
category of new releases, you have 4 questions. Ken, I will be doing the questions here. Ken, first question. Who provides the voice of the villain in Despicable Me 3?
The villain is Steve Carell.
That's incorrect. JTE for the steal.
It's one or the other. I'm just trying to decide which one of the two. I'm going to say Trey Parker.
That's correct for 2 points.
Ken,
JTE.
thinking of Despicable Me 1, kind of the villain.
Yep.
Anti-hero, maybe.
All right, here we go. Ken, question number 2. In Hacksaw Ridge, Desmond Doss refused to carry a weapon on religious grounds. What Protestant denomination did he belong to?
I'm going to take multiple choice.
A, Lutheran. B, Pentecostal. C, Evangelical. D, Seventh-day Adventist.
I'm going to say Pentecostal. B.
That's incorrect. JTE.
Okay.
That's incorrect. The answer is D, Seventh-day Adventist. All right.
I,
All right, here we go, Ken. Next question. Who directed the film King Arthur, Legend of the Sword?
Guy Ritchie.
For 2 points. There
he's
you
on
go.
the board
All right.
and reclaims the lead with that one.
Final question in new releases. What is the first name of Elizabeth Banks' character in Power Rangers?
That's Rita.
For 2 points. There you
All
go,
right.
Ken.
Nice tidy little sum there.
All right, 9-6. So
Rita.
JTE does not really have that much of a lead to catch up on here. So let's go, JTE. Give it a spin, please.
Yes,
Good
man.
spin, or we're going to boo you out of the building.
This
There you
game
go.
has the feel of a defensive struggle, but if he gets action adventure, he can blow this thing wide open.
He could, but he's looking to go away from. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it could be Pixar.
That's exactly where he didn't want to go.
Does he want Pixar?
This is interesting because he's not good at Pixar, so he won't be able to steal. With that being said, I'm going to spin again.
All right.
Interesting.
Yes, thank
logic.
you for that insight into your mentality, JTE. He's looking for action adventure. It's slowing down, but it might have enough juice to get back to Sandra Bullock's spy movies.
All right, spy movies.
Take it.
All right.
Spy
All right, here we go.
movies.
There you go. All right, JT hitting
We'll take it.
spy movies for JTE, but the question is Ken Napzok any good at spy movies? We're going to find out here.
Who would you say is a better spy between the two of them?
Unfortunately, I think it would actually be JTE.
I think Ken's a great
I
spy.
lied my way onto the show. So.
I know, that's why I say that. Yeah.
All right, JTE.
Go ahead.
Your first question in the world of spy movies. How many James Bond movies did the villain named Jaws appear in?
Not a big James Bond fan.
5, 4.
Multi
3,
choice is going to give me numbers. I'm going to
2.
say 1.
That is incorrect. Ken Napzok to steal.
2.
Correct.
2 points for Ken Napzok. That is a
Good shot.
gash above the right eye.
He should have listened. His partner screamed out multiple choice. That would have at least taken it down to 1 point
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
It's not just about the
Yeah.
obviousness of the answer. It's the point value associated with the question.
Big
As long
steal.
as this ain't all James Bond, I'll be okay.
Big
We're
steal.
moving on. In the James Bond film, I'm kidding. Jason Bourne eliminates CIA asset Desh Buksani by suffocating him with a towel. In which Bourne film?
Can't remember that character's name. Repeat the question. I'll use 1.
Jason Bourne eliminates CIA asset Desh Buksani by suffocating him with a towel in what Bourne film?
Let's see. There's only 4.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
No, he's using that new
Well,
strategy.
because if he guesses it right, that's 2 points.
That's you are not the slowest guy I've met. Is it Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, or Jason Bourne?
I do see.
Listen, I'm
I
just
see
trying
the
to keep
strategy.
him from
I
getting
see
the steal.
strategy.
I'll say Ultimatum.
Whoa!
1 point for
Wow,
Little Evil.
That's a big
1
point.
point for Little Evil.
Smart
Strategy might have paid off. JT, your next question. Who plays Luther Stickle in the Mission Impossible franchise?
Ving Rhames.
2 more points.
2 more points.
2 more points for JTE. JT, your last question. In the world of spy movies, who directed the 2015 film The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Guy Ritchie.
It's another
Ties
Guy
it up.
Ritchie
2 Guy
question.
Ritchie
We
questions.
Double
are
Guy Ritchie,
tied.
baby.
Double Guy Ritchie, and we have
It
a
is
tie game
going
here.
into round 3.
Look
My
at
That
this.
evens it out.
Look at that, 11-11. JTE comes back and shows why he is part of the team champions. And now we get to the third round. This is going to find out who's going to make it into the ultimate Schmoedown here. Will it be the Pit Boss? Will it be Little Evil? We're going to find out. Mark, how do the rules work?
Ken has badges, JT has belts. We're going to find out who's taking them to the next round in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. In round 3, you will each give us a series of 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Those correspond to a movie category up here at our desk. The first question is worth 2 points. Second one, 3. And the last question, if we get that far, is worth 5 points. Ken was leading for a while, but we're tied now. And JTE, I know how the game works. JTE is going to give us 3 numbers first.
Let's do 5, 11, 12.
That's how we count. Ken Napzok.
Gonna go 10, 4, and 19.
All right. Wow. Here we go. All right. So we're going to start. We're going to start with Ken. Ken will start with question number 10. Ken, you chose category 10, that is movie release dates. Which year saw the release of blockbuster comedies Liar Liar and Austin Powers International Man of Mystery?
1997.
That is correct.
Sharks with
Wow.
frickin' laser beams.
Good move on Ken
I knew that one
Napzok.
too.
He must have remembered exactly where he was when that happened.
That's right. He's a big fan of quotes from that movie and the year it was released. JT, your turn. You picked category number 5 for mystifying reasons. The category is dramas.
Okay.
And your question is this. What traditionally comedic actor played Steve Wozniak in 2015's Steve Jobs?
Seth Rogen.
2 points.
Two
We're
more
tied.
points. There you go. All right.
We
So
are tied again.
JTE hits it. Ken hits it. Now Ken will get his 3-pointer, and that is from number 4. Ken, you chose the category of classics. Classics. Norma Desmond is a washed-up actress in what classic Hollywood tale?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can. Norma Desmond is a washed-up actress in what classic Hollywood tale?
I am so blanking here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Sunset Boulevard.
We're looking for Sunset Boulevard.
Wow.
JT does not get the points
No
here for
points
that.
awarded whatsoever.
But JT,
No steals, but
JT
yeah,
will
let's
get
go.
a chance here now to take the lead if he hits this number 11. Number 11 for JTE.
All right. JT, your 3-point question. You chose category 11, which is, as I would say, biopics.
Okay.
Biopics, and your question is this. Who played Frida Kahlo, the 2002 film Frida?
Hopefully my future wife, Salma Hayek.
There you go. 3 points for JTE.
Nice thing to say about your
Taking the lead.
girlfriend, JT.
Taking the lead here. JT hits 3 points, 16-13. So Ken Napzok now is going to be forced to answer his 5-pointer. If he hits it, it goes back to JTE. If he misses it, JTE will finally be in the Ultimate Schmoedown since 2014. Here we go. The mark he chose, category 19. Ken, that would be comic book movies.
Ooh, boy.
Comic book movies. All right, here we go. Ken, what 2 comic book sequels have been directed by Guillermo del Toro?
do Hellboy 2. And repeat the question.
What 2 comic book sequels have been directed by Guillermo del Toro? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pacific Rim, I think.
And your winner! Baby! And advancing to the ultimate Schmoedown, Little Evil! JTE
Wins. The other one you were looking for, Ken, was Blade 2.
There's literally nobody applauding in our
Except the
packed
Lions
house
Den.
except for the team
This is
themselves.
the only, this is the only people that matter.
Wow.
This is the only people that matter.
That's
What
it.
a match provided to us by Ken Napzok going
was
up against
great.
JT. That was
Yeah.
spellbinding to the end. Ken has nothing to be ashamed of, and he walks back to the wall with his head held high.
I thought Ken was going to hit it. I thought he was duping us. I thought he knew it. I thought he had Blade 2, but there you go. That's nothing to be upset about. He just hung in there with the reigning team champion and almost beat him.
The kid
So,
can play. JT proved that again. Slower start for JTE. Ken stayed in it, but JT ultimately, he just knows a lot about movies.
Yeah, all right. So now we're going to hear from Grace Hancock, who's going to be talking to Little Evil and Ken.
Hey, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans. I'm Grace Hancock, back from the dead. I'm here with the Lions Den, congratulating our boy JTE on his amazing victory against one pit boss, Ken Napzok. All right, my friends, so nobody's surprised here that you came through. Round 1, maybe a little rocky. How did you feel coming into this?
It was a little rough. I'm not gonna admit I was a little bit off my game in the beginning there. I think part of it is the fact Finstock's not here. I think
Right.
he got suspended because he locked some girl in the closet. For
Supposedly.
trying to make this whole show better, and he got suspended for it, which is bull.
It's alleged. It's not proven.
Come on. I don't believe half the things I see on YouTube. Anyway, listen, guys. I totally destroyed Ken before I even stepped on the floor. I
Right.
easily beat him before I went out there. I will say there was some strategy, like when I went for Bourne. Honestly, there's 4 films. But I was just trying not to let him steal 2 points.
Right, it was very smart.
He did steal that James Bond. Listen, I'm the biggest James Bond fan, and I was going to say 1 or 2. I took a chance, but you know what? Maybe I took the chance because I didn't really respect him as a fighter. If I respected him,
Nor
more,
should you.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have took that chance.
Well,
I didn't respect him.
Well, as you shouldn't, as I said. And then we came to the wheel. How did you feel about spy movies in general? Was that something that you felt was going to be a strong point for you? Because I honestly didn't know.
I felt pretty good. Like I said, Bond isn't my strongest suit, so I was like, okay, if there's one Bond question, I'll be okay. That's exactly what happened. There was one Bond question.
Yeah, thankfully.
Whatever, though. Like, I'll watch them sometime. They're not even... I'll watch a trailer and I'll still get...
You'll do it when you're done winning.
Through when it counts.
All right, and Mark, we're in the bag. We're cheering him on. I saw you mouthing a lot of the answers, just further proving how strong of a team we really are. How do you feel about all 3 of you guys being in the Ultimate Schmoedown? I mean, it just proves how strong of a faction we are.
It's great. I think it's great. It's like, when you're in the Olympics, it would be great if we could take silver, gold, and bronze all together, So it's great to be on a team that is really strong and a team that actually really cares about each other and isn't full of phony theatrics just for theatrics' sake. We're the real deal.
We are the real deal.
And let's talk about who's not going to be there. The 4 horsemen. Where are those guys at? There's not even 2.
Oh, you mean the 2 ponies?
They're done, man. They're on their way to the glue factory, man. They're done. We took their best stallion, put him on our team, and said, shoot the rest. Their legs are broken.
To Wendy's. They're going to be Wendy burgers now.
Oh, they are good. Let's go to Wendy's after this and get some freaking burgers.
I don't want to eat any of that, but thank you.
Listen, Tom's not here, so I got to be the guy to do it. JT was the better man today. Bottom line, Ken, you're a loser.
Well, guys, once again, Lions Den coming in strong, coming in hot. Another victory under all of our belts. You guys killed it today.
You killed it, Grace.
Yeah, you killed it too, Grace.
Thanks,
You're so much
guys.
better than the other girl. I don't remember her name.
No, nobody knows.
Remember.
Hey, guys, here we are with our unfortunate loser here, the Pit Boss, who challenged my boy JTE at the collision, and it didn't... Ooh, that didn't go well, did it?
Hold on a second. First, I just have to say something. Grace,
Sure.
that went great, okay? Ken was leading after round 1. He killed it in a category he didn't think he was going to do that great in round 2. He did
All the
amazing.
categories.
I am so proud of him. And honestly, this is not you. Like, why are you running with these guys? You could be a lot nicer. I know you're a nicer person than this. So I just have
that's
to
really
say,
sweet, Mom.
you don't have
Thanks.
to be so condescending. And I'm just going to say, Ken, you did amazing. Don't listen to the tone that she brings to this. You're awesome. You're my partner. And yeah. All right.
Thank
You
you,
know, a
Rachel.
lot of people can't handle my tone, and that's quite fine with me. All right, well, now that that's happened,
I'm glad Rachel's in my corner. This proves why we're great teammates. So we're going to go on to the Ultimate Schmoedown team competition, and that's maybe, I admit that's maybe where I belong. I took a shot. I went out on my shield. That's all you can do as a warrior. You go into a fight and you put it all on the line. And people are going to concentrate on the third round, and I blanked on Sunset Boulevard. I couldn't pull
And
blade
when
to
nature
it.
calls and a few other things.
You know what? I like a little higher quality comedies than Ace Ventura, like, say, A Clue or something like that.
You know, you talk a lot of smack about the Lion's Den when we've defended 3 belts. You have 1 belt, the Star Wars belt, which you've defended. Oh, that's right. You haven't defended it. So what's going on with that?
That's a fair point, fair question. I am hereby saying I am available to defend it. I have that title. I'm ready to defend it. I feel as though I defend it every day on Twitter when I'm constantly challenged by a lot of people. But, you know, you guys in management, it's troubling that you're in management or whatever role this is that you've stolen from Emma. I really hope
you mean filled a role that was missing?
I'm ready for a Star Wars trivia challenge. I don't care who it is. Sam Witwer can come back. Jeremy Johns can come back. You can bring back Jenny. You can bring back Alex. Bring in Alex from Star Wars Explained. You can bring in Dash. I don't care. Bring in Pablo Hidalgo himself. I'm ready to defend it because that's what a warrior does. He fights. I'm not the one who makes the cards.
I love these adorable speeches you keep giving. So you're not intimidated. You're not worried about losing that belt. You think you're going to hold on to it?
It's always a possibility. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of Star Wars knowledge, but I feel as though I earned that one. I definitely feel as though that is my realm today. You saw some of my gaps. You saw some of the weaknesses, but I'm okay. I know who I am, Grace Hancock. Do you know who you are?
I do, and thank you so much for asking. Guys, you saw it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next time.
Well, no big surprise. It's like a New Year's Eve party in the back there with the Lion's Den, and JTE talking about how he's going to be now defeating the likes of Roca and defeating you and defeating everyone and getting a shot at the singles title. He does talk a lot. I don't think he had the kind of game to say that he's going to be the next champion of the world, but I mean.
That's right, and Ken Napzok, classy as always, in defeat or in victory. And I'm looking at my stats here. It appears that Salma Hayek still has not followed JTE on Twitter. We'll have to see how that situation develops.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Ken was talking about the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament because Ken knows that if him and Rachel can win that tournament, there is a good shot they can see the Patriots. And look, if the Patriots if the Patriots don't beat Rotten Tomatoes, there's a good chance that the Nerds Watch could play the Patriots in the tournament themselves. So this isn't over. This chapter of the story is not over.
The sun is not setting on Ken Napzok, or perhaps even the history and the future of Ken Napzok and JTE, and we just had another incredible chapter to that storied rivalry here today. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, make sure you check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Check out Ken Napzok's show Inside Schmoedown every Thursday on the Facebook page on Collider. Check out Inside Schmoedown, which is going to be every Thursday at 2 p.m. Also, don't forget about the Schmoedown Rundown. You want to check that out on the SK Plus channel. It's a weekly recap of everything in the world of the Schmoedown. And we're going to be getting the Ultimate Schmoedown not too long from now. The Ultimate Schmoedown team, the Ultimate Schmoedown singles. A lot of stuff happening. There'll be some Inner Geekdom matches. There'll be some qualifying matches leading up to it. A lot of things happening here in the world of Schmoedown. That's Mark Mario Ellis. I'm Christian Harloff.
Luigi.
That's Josh McCouga and Lil Cody Hall.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Josh McCouga here with your fantasy update. Post Ken Napzok versus JTE, Master versus Apprentice, Jedi versus Padawan, whatever you want to call it, Nick Cage versus a lesser-known Nick Cage. Ken apparently knows his trivia. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He scores points when you didn't think he would. He co-anchors a really great team with Rachel Cushing, and who knew he was such a singles competitor, put up a great fight against JT, who was still not the people's champion. But if you're in fantasy, both of these guys are pretty great, and they will both be playing a lot in the future. They are crowd favorites, they are fan favorites, and they are worth your time in fantasy. JT may not be the greatest dude, he may not be the one that people love, but he's a one that the fantasy people can do for all your things with the fantasy update. You want to head to schmoesno.com. Frank Janish, he's over there putting all the stats down. He's doing everything. I'm Josh McCouga, at Josh McCouga.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.